Alrighty, hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a very good day here today. Loki is sitting back over here because he has a very special treat for today, and I'll break that down in here in just a second. Looking at Bitcoin, guys, I was trying to time this stream to be when I thought Bitcoin might have a good chance of breaking out. And, we've tried once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and every single time we're just having a little bit of trouble here. But I think today the main overarching theme is just to see if Bitcoin breaks out. It's a good time here. Everything seems to be working out okay. Look at the last few hours. Bitcoin's at least going higher and higher and higher. So eventually we should have a nice juicy pop, which makes all of our trades look very, very good here. I haven't opened up any new Bitcoin trades since the other day here, but if I go over here to my futures, Book of Meme is up 364%, Ape Token's up 200%, Solana's up 97%, and Turbo's up 1400%. Things still looking pretty good here. I'm hoping for this big boom that'll move our altcoins up because altcoins still aren't close to all-time highs, as you guys know. Bitcoin dominance, we'll be talking about that. We'll be going over some Bitcoin stuff in X as well. But, man, guys, this is just one of those days where everybody's going to be like, please, Bitcoin, please just freaking break out. We don't want to wait anymore. Go over here to the 4-hour chart. That's all we're looking at right now is an opportunity for Bitcoin to break out, and it's trying. You can see all the manipulation happening right now. It is definitely trying to, but there does seem to be somebody out there who does not want Bitcoin to break out this early. They're trying to slow it down a little bit, and I honestly don't know if that's possible right now, so we'll see who ends up winning this battle. But before we get started here, let me go over here to this one. It's going to look kind of funky because of my green screen. But I got Loki this big old beef cheek thing. Look at my head. Look at his head. This is his thing, but it's not. Oh, I guess it is big enough. His mouth is big enough. Well, he's going to take that and go grind it down in his teeth and stuff like that. But back over here. And there we go. All right, so as far as everything else is concerned today, things are moving quite well. Last 24 hours, you see Bitcoin's up a little bit, Ethereum's up a little bit. You see a lot of green. Now, is it up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%? No, but there's some stuff going on. The one thing that has been pumping in a weird way today, guys, is actually been Trump token. Yeah, Trump token is trying to break out right now. It's trying, it's failing, but it is definitely trying to break out. We talked about buying some up yesterday. Did I buy any? No, I already have some in spot, but I was thinking of opening up a leverage trade. Well, guess what? I missed it as of like 4 hours ago. Who would have thought? I still am happy to own this at a spot level. My average is below $10 here, which is pretty good when you think about it. Now, it did go down as low as $7, but, I think it's fine. This one has been in some trouble, as you guys know, looking for a breakout for the first time in a while here after we broke out there. Melania token still not performing like a Trump token, but we have a higher low. So if you guys are looking for something that can go parabolic at any time because it is tied to Trump, or something Melania does starts to go viral, again, people that own this token can make something about Melania go viral on TikTok just because they have the funds to do it. So I'm thinking maybe I open up a Melania trade here. But I mean, this is probably one of the more higher risk trades out there. So just be careful. Despite Bitcoin getting better week over week after week after week after week, Melania token, as you guys can see, has not been getting better week after week after week after week. This has been getting worse month after month after month after month after month. And oh god, it's just not a pleasant experience, I would say, right? But I think we're taking more of a chance by going into Melania token. Whereas something like Bonk, it's been around for a while, Miro been around for a while, Baby Doge, Book of Meme, Sheeb, stuff like that. All high-risk tokens, don't get me wrong, but better than Melania, because at least these tokens generally have been going up, whereas we just saw with Melania, it's going down. But look at this weekly chart. It's been hovering here for the past few weeks. So why don't I go long here on Melania? I think it's still on here. Melania. They say it's hot, and oh yeah, this is the 1 hour chart. It actually just had a pop from 34 to 35. Yeah, interesting. Who's doing all that? All right. Well, why don't we do a trade with Melania with a leverage of 5x? I don't think it needs to be more than. I think 5x is fine because this thing is going to be volatile no matter which way it does. Like, how big of a move was this over here? 35%? Oh, hell yeah. That volatility is fine for me. I don't need to be worried about that type of stuff. 5x is plenty. And then let's go there. Open long. Oh, I'm not supposed to buy so much. Okay. Well then, okay, I got 11,000 bucks I can trade with right now. And then, so I guess we got to go with $1,000. Jesus, how little? How much? 750. There we go. Okay. We got some Melania. We'll see where it goes. Stop loss should be around here, but I don't think we need the stop loss for now. I'll keep track of it until then. This is the big YOLO one, guys. This is the big YOLO we're gonna do right now. All right. Momentum for Bitcoin's all still fine here. Daily chart still choppy. This is where I'm starting to get some concern here. But please, oh Lord, just let us have a breakout because, again, the last time we had a big breakout here, you know, there was some choppiness as we kind of led up into it. So I'm not totally concerned here, but we had the weekly chart say buy over here. All right, so hopefully we're doing good. And hey, GT, happy to see you, my man. YouTube is doing a funny right now, and I don't think it told anybody I went live. So we'll see. Also, I put on this shirt, and I guess it does not vibe with my green screen because it looks very freaking weird right now. Oddly enough, before this, I just changed out of a green shirt because obviously the green shirt was being all see-through and stuff. Let me go back over here very fast. Let's get rid of the oscillators. I was looking for something to day trade a little bit ago, and it looks like the only thing that's really moving is the official Trump token and Fartcoin. Fartcoin's had a bad week, but it's coming up, I guess, right now, which is okay. Trump token, we talked about that a little bit ago. I mean, here, actually, you guys tell me this. Like, this is like where most people are probably going to try to short this sucker down. There we go. But the momentum on the 4-hour chart, daily chart, you know, it's all getting green here. Weekly, it's actually too new to have weekly charts, as oddly as that sounds. But I'm hoping next 24 hours we have the result we're looking for to see Trump token actually have a realistic big boom that starts its journey back up here towards around $25. Not the largest move, you know, up there to $25 is around 73%. I think that's enough for us right now. There's a chance it can go back to being the parabolic Trump token of old. But, you know, if you were to buy now and it went up towards those all-time highs from a while ago, you're looking at a 442% return. I think it's easy to think, though, that we could at least hit this peak here over the next few months. That's kind of my goal, I would say, right now. And hey, RW, happy to see my man. All right, let me back off a little bit. Anything green today? Mog is up a little bit. Mog looks like it wants to shoot. Oh, yeah, that could be a good day trade as well. This is a date. Yeah. Consolidation, breaking out bit by bit. Yeah, keep an eye on Mog, guys. Mog could be a little bit of a thing to trade here today, especially as we're seeing a small amount of squeeze go on here. So most people are probably watching this type of breakout that we saw, kind of choppy here. Because in reality, it's more like that breakout right there. Looking okay. But poke this out a little bit further. If I can pick it up. You know, that's more of what the pattern looks like right now. Yeah, there we go. Almost a blowhorn opening, but basically you're trying to see if Mog, can start heading back up here towards 12,298. I'm not going to say all those zeros. I cannot absolutely stand saying those amounts of zeros. All right, let me back up here a little bit more, though. Back over here. But, you know, the main goal here, guys, is just to see Bitcoin break out. We're so close right now, just so close. Please, oh please, let us just have this goodness here. Let me refresh X here. Let me take a sip of water. Hopefully it doesn't lead to hiccups like yesterday. There we go. Bitcoin is $1,000 from all-time high, and the Google Trends chart looks like this. Well, to be frank, the way that Trends works, past 5 years. I think this is the chart he's talking about, whether it be YouTube, it's all a little bit different here. But this is just relative searches. So this is interest over time. So this doesn't mean that at this point in time, it was a different amount of searches in here. It's just relative, right? Everything's relative in this type of thing. I was going to articulate that a lot better in my head, but I forgot what I was going to say mid-sentence. Basically, this isn't going by volume, right? There was a lot of searches back over here back in 2021. Right now, there's not as many searches, right? Actually, it actually has incomplete data right here as well, but that's fine. Everything is just compared to the 100 mark, though. Everything is compared to what happened back over here. Let me see very fast. So I don't use Trends as much. Almost there, one last pump. Again, MM Crypto, everybody's waiting for one last pump. Everybody's waiting for one last pump, but it's just taking forever to happen. Let's see, retest up only, print into up mode. I actually love how there's actually just a bunch of technical analysis right now on this. And hey, Bill Showtime, happy to see my man. Biggest bull run ever coming. They've been saying this so many times. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. But I think what's been interesting about this market cycle here is we've been just going with the ladder. Like every fib level, sell. Every fib level, sell. Next fib level for us is obviously very, very high. So the next one that we have to think about is like around 120. But after that, it's really 175. Maybe Bitcoin's parabolic enough to do that, but I would definitely be surprised if we get up to 175. Bitcoin has gone higher each cycle than I thought it was going to go before. So I am no expert when it comes to predicting exactly what Bitcoin turns over. It's just been this cycle. Everything's kind of fit pretty well here, which I think gives us a little bit of a better opportunity to load up at altcoins and play the altcoins. Hey, Bills, can't lie, you've taught me a lot. What is the buy and sell indicator you're using? So right now, I think I just go off of Smart Money Concepts. I use their paid one, but I like Smart Money Concepts, the free one, because their paid one's called their paid one. Excuse me, not pain. Paid one is called Price Action Concepts. Their free one is called Smart Money Concepts. I like using Smart Money Concepts, like the theory of it, if you will. So like change of characters, break of structures. I like that. And then I pair it with stochastic, MACDs, and then RSI indicators. And I look for momentum. I look for breakouts with momentum backing it up, like a tailwind basically. And that's how I've been liking trading so far. I have a tutorial if you want to see it. It's already on my main channel. Let me go over here to... if you type in Smart Money Concepts, Luxalgo, I think you're going to see Tom's, and you're going to see the guys over from Luxalgo's video, and my video is going to be right here, or I have another one right here. This one right here, the one that's 4 months ago, I believe this one goes over the trading strategy, so you can watch that one. This one does not go over the trading strategy. That one's just a quick breakdown one. I think I had one more in here somewhere. It might have dropped down too far. There's my stream right now. I'm not even talking about Smart Money Concepts. The Trading Geek, no. His is a horrible one, but he got a lot of views on it. I don't see more. Yeah, I'd focus probably on this one right here. Or if you trade Smart Money Concepts, Luxago, Michael Whitman, you might even see more. 10. That one's 10 minutes as well. Here's one from a year ago. This one did not get nearly as many views. I was bald at this time. Holy crap. But yeah, there was one. I only got 2.3. That's weird. This one got 7.5. No. I put all these videos towards the same time, so some took off if they were better than others. This isn't even me, but it's my video, right? All right. There we go. But yeah, I like using momentum nowadays. I think it's just much better and much easier. Before I was going more breakouts with a simple MACD, but I like having extra fail safes, and then I like to just double check to see where the change of character is at. Especially like if you were just to add, here's a Bitcoin chart, here's a daily chart. Now again, this is only one indicator, and please like don't just follow the one indicator. But if I took this over here and I went over to Smart Money, you know, this is just a daily chart with the green and red signals, no, basically where the change of character happens, right? If you bought right here, you're happy. If you shorted right here, you were happy. If you bought over here, you were happy. So at least since October, it's been September, excuse me, it's been very accurate. Over here, you'd not be happy. Over here, you would be happy. Over here, depending on when you sold, you would be happy with that move. You'd be happy with that move. You'd be happy with that move. Not happy with that move. Not happy, happy, not happy, not happy, not happy, 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 not happy, not happy, not happy, 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 happy. I guess it did hit support, so maybe happy with that one. Happy with that one. Not happy, happy, not happy, happy. Excuse me, happy. Excuse me. Yeah, happy, 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 not happy, happy. With this one, yes, you would be happy with that one. Happy, 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 not happy. I guess, yeah, happy with that one because it went to support. Happy, not happy, not happy, happy. A good, I wish I was an automatic calculator and could tell you how many, but like most of the time you're in good shape if you just follow this basic one, right? And again, the weekly charts here, if you just bought when it told you to buy, oh yeah, you held, oh my god, you're doing great, you're doing fantastic. You short, you still made money there, of course you made money there, yada yada yada. But just that easy signal is a great opportunity for most people out there. Now I like to use the weekly ones with the daily ones, as you guys know, moving the MACD, oscillators and stuff like that, and it works very well. Where it doesn't work as well as maybe on the 15-minute charts if you guys don't know how the momentum is working, but for this one, you're happy, you're happy, you're happy. You are happy there. You are happy. I'd say more mixed right there. So probably not happy. Happy, happy, not happy, happy, not happy. Yeah, you're happy. You're happy. You're happy. You're happy. You're happy. Happy. Not happy. 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 Not happy. 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 Not happy. Right? So, more often than not, you're looking pretty darn good right here if you just follow along with what they're saying on the 15-minute chart as well. So, I think you can just fine-tune it to whatever strategy you like. But a core, easy one is going to be Luxalgo, right? They're paid ones. Like, I think my Market Cipher one expired, so I don't think I have Market Cipher right now, but I can check. Or invite only. Do I have Market Cipher right now? I do still have Market Cipher. Market Cipher is another one, but Market Cipher is more expensive. So yeah. Honestly, if I were to combine a bunch of indicators for you and make it so like it's very easy and like it has most of what you need to become a successful trader, I would say get a Luxalgo account and get the free one, the Smart Money Concepts one. Later on down the road, when you're very profitable, then you can move over to price action concepts. So like you're not like you're not losing money by paying for stuff, right? And then I'd pair that with I had this for a minute because I know Benjamin and his team into the cryptoverse. This is Benjamin stuff. They got a light plan that's free. I get the light plan at least and see how it is. They have a dollar cost average simulation tool, which is really, really cool. Just so it kind of reminds you like, oh, this is why I'm putting in like $50 a week or $100 a month or $1,000 a month, whatever. It kind of gives you that like, oh, that's why I'm doing it, right? And they got the pro plan, 6 months, yearly, lifetime. The lifetime is $10,000. If you ever get that much money, it's actually worth the $10,000, very much so. And he'll have sales on this thing as well. Yearly, $999 per year. A lot of people like to do that one as well, or the $449 a year. I would just say the 6 months if you ever do it. Never do monthly with his stuff. But yeah, if you pair this with even just the free one here, regression, and then you get some weekly newsletters. I'd say the standard one is probably what most people like. I just I think the pro plan is really where the stuff is. But that's $100 a month if you go off the monthly plan, so it's a little bit kind of funky. But those two things put together, oh yeah, I think that's just a great opportunity to make some money and then also just keep track of what's happening in the marketplace. My Melania token's already down 0.84%. Travesty. And you can actually go over here to the Bitcoin 1 minute chart. I don't do scalping. It works okay. Not, I guess you're only holding for a few minutes. It's so far okay, yeah. Yeah. No, there. Stop loss here, yeah. Yeah. Stop loss there, yeah. Stop loss there, yeah. Stop loss there, yeah. Yeah, stop loss there, already got hit. Yeah, I mean, even the minute chart looks okay. Now, is it great? Is it fantastic? I would just say it's good. But, yeah, you go and look at some of these moves you have in here. It looks pretty good. Even the 5 minute chart, is that better? 5 minute chart's way better. Yeah. Oh, I don't like that it said red right here, though. There we go. And if you go over here to Smart Money Concepts and you just go look at the settings, you can see all that. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but there's a bunch of stuff in here that you could change. You could put on, turn off. All my stuff is like off right now. Only thing I actually like to use this for is the colors, like green and red. I'll make a tutorial again when that's more modernized, and it'll go over let's making just the colors here, then using the MACD, and then kind of pairing those together. That could be an easy strategy for a lot of people in TradingView who don't have one of the more advanced accounts. They just have the basic free account or the one that's right above the basic free account, right? All right, so you hide that again, and you go over here to market sessions, not market sessions, excuse me, price action concepts, and boom, come back. There we go. And this one just has more stuff you can change and more alerts you can change. Like this whole bottom part, I don't even touch it, but it's all alerts. All about alerts. So you can get a buzz on your phone whenever you're walking, it's like, hey, this trading strategy that you're setting up, it says you can buy right now. So you can just pop on your phone, use whatever account you got. Oh, let me just buy some right now, put a stop loss in there or something like that, and just kind of come back and kind of watch it every few minutes to see if it's moving up, depending on what signal. Sometimes some of you guys want to do long-term signals. Some are for scalping and things like that. Obviously, you're not going to be scalping while walking downtown or something like that. And hey, David, happy to see you, my man. How do you make your trades from the TradingView platform or other brokerage platforms like Robinhood? What's the efficient way? Okay, for me, I prefer to open up trades on the accounts that I actually have the money in. So in this circumstance, as I just opened up this trade on Melania token, I bought the Melania token on the exchange. I got a new sponsor here, and I guess the link is down below. I'll tell you about this here in a second. There you go. So it's a Syndex trading, and I'm going to start using them a lot more over the next week or so. I finally did all my testing for YouTube, and I'll talk about that later on. Literally finished up last night. I was very happy with the results. But I'll be doing a lot of my trading on here, right? So basically, I would go over here. I'm not logged in yet, but I'd go over here to markets, right? And I'd find whatever I want to buy, or I'd go over to futures trading if I'm trying to do like a day trade or a swing trade with leverage, right? And I'd go over here, and then I'd do the trade basically above my head right here, right? Or over here on weeks. I don't ever go over here, like you see this little button right here, I know it's small, called trading panel. I don't go over here and I don't connect anything. But if I wanted to, I could connect Bitstamp, I could connect Webull Pay or TradeZero, NinjaTrader, Tasty, Interactive Brokers, Coinbase Advanced, whatever. I've never done that. If I do anything, it's going to be connecting for the paper trading. So right? I can chill out, do paper trading, trade with fake money, and have it all shown to you here. But in my experience, when I've tried this with you guys, everything is just so small and I can't really zoom in as much as I want to. So for example, if I were to go over here and you see this chart and I zoom into, like, that's basically what happens. It starts messing up certain things. Back over here. Whereas if I am on something like a weeks or an index, it manages to zoom in just enough, right? And then some exchanges allow me to move stuff around like this index. But I can show you guys this right here, right? Smaller trade open here for Melania. Smaller trade for Book of Meme. But we're just going after percentages here. Because, well, most people just care about percentages. 199%. So you can imagine however much money you put in here. 199%. Yada, 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 right? They just listed Genza, Solana, Turbo. I can zoom in like that, which is nice. And you know what? Personally, I got dry eyes, like really bad dry eyes. So I'm not even wearing my contacts right now because my glasses help out a lot more with those dry eyes. So I got my eye drops, some glasses, so I don't have contacts drying on my eyeballs, and it's just kind of a personal thing. You can do it if you want to. I am just love how it is here and how I like to do it. If you were to connect something else to it, it's still not like it's a hard thing to do. But, I've just never liked giving access to my accounts and stuff like that. I don't like it. What's my stop sell order on 7,100? You put your sell on 7,100. Put your sell order on 7,100. What's my stop loss? I don't know what you mean by sell order on 7,100. For what token? I don't think I have a token that has a stop loss at 7,100. Melania has no stop loss. No, there's no token I have that's even close to 7,100 for a stop loss. 7,100. That's yeah. And hey, Villa, happy to see my man Noir Games. Am I doing a Bitcoin trade now? No. I had a Bitcoin trade open. I moved the stop loss up to like 0.25% basically above where I opened up my trade, and it got smacked. So I had my Bitcoin trade back over here a while ago. Like, it was over here. It was towards the highs. It wasn't as low as I wanted it to be, but I was live with you guys. So I was like, okay, let me go live. Let me go. I bought it over here on Thursday, right around here. All right. So it was not at the lows of any of these moves. Came down. I was like, oh man, I hope it doesn't hit my stop loss down here, like around $102,000. All right. And then rallied up, and I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. Cool. And I was like, oh, we're coming down. Maybe I should move my stop loss up a little bit. So I moved my stop loss up towards here. And we crashed and broke down fast, and then we just freaking skyrocketed up again. That we got smashed again, and now we're trying over and over to break out. But I walked away with the teeniest amount of profit you ever did see, so it wasn't a very successful trade at all. Now, if I didn't have a stop loss on the trade, would I be making money right now? Oh yeah, I'd be happy because it was a 25x leverage. So right now, it's up like 2%. That's like up over 50% right there, over 60% right there. But, I usually have my stop losses just to protect myself because we're at a big level of resistance. And, if I didn't have the stop loss set over here, like a little bit above, where it got stopped out, my other stop loss was at $102,000, and I think we barely, did we even hit that one? Oh, let's move this over here. Yeah, exactly 102,000. So that probably means my position would have got stopped out. So I would have taken a loss. So, sometimes you just have to make those decisions, and hopefully it works out. Like right now, Bitcoin over the weekly to week looks still bullish, but the short-term one looks bearish here because you can see that we're trying to break down below this trend here. Please, oh please, like we got like a half an hour left. Like, let's just get this gravy train going here. There we go. Actually, I can leave that on there for now, just so you guys have a visual representation. Because this was just from the last few minutes over here, what we're trying to break out. Really, what we're trying to break out above is this line way up here at 109,588. We're just looking at small moves right now. And we've broken down a few times so far here, and it hasn't been bad. It's just extended the consolidation time. Oh, and hey, Lisa, happy to see you very, very much. I wish I had the time to mess around more with crypto. Maybe when I retire. For now, I'll just watch it, learn, and enjoy other people trading stories. Yeah, the best thing I think if you don't have time for cryptocurrency is just to buy those cycle highs and lows that we talk about, or buy the cycle lows, sell the cycle highs, or just do swing trades when you see a breakout. I always say that when you see a breakout, whether it's the stock market or the crypto market, just go off of the momentums I was talking about, and that usually works out. And the more nonchalant you are about crypto and investing and how fast you want to make money, usually the higher percentage of profits you make. I don't mean as like you're making 50% compared to 20%. I mean your success rate is much, much better. That's why we always go back to the stock market where I started off with. You go over here to Apple, right? You go over here to the weekly chart, right? You follow along with the momentum a little bit. Bearish right here on the momentum, right? Keep it. You're watching. You see a buy signal right here. You can buy here and then sell the resistance if you want to, and you can still make some good money that way as well. You do the same thing with crypto, but I think there's just more stocks out there that aren't going to really crush you. Because, when Apple fell down here, it fell down a good 35%. Altcoins fell down, a little bit more than 35%, let's just say here, right? But for most people, what do you call those types of trades are a lot better. Same with Bitcoin here. Like if you wanted to buy Bitcoin right now at like $107,000, have a price target of $110,000, and if it hits it, sell whatever money you make. You can put it into a dividend account or something like that. Dividend accounts are probably the best thing besides crypto right now. Dividend accounts, you can make solid money every month. You just have to keep on investing them, and then reinvesting the dividends back into your portfolio there. A lot of time I've done well on just no paper gains. Just no paper. Oh yeah. I don't know. I've always liked long term. That's always been my type of thing here. But again, we just did that smart money concepts thing here. This is just the Bitcoin 5-minute chart. If you scalped while doing this, at least the last few times, you've been okay so far. Eventually, the pattern breaks down and stuff like that. But I mean, you're looking like, right, we're bouncing off of a Fibonacci level down here. There's some movement. Why not try to go there? And then just have a stop loss and then scale out as you want to. It's a perfect pastime, I would say, but it's a pastime if you have a full-time job. Like, trust me, this is what I did. It's a pastime you're doing like late at night on a Friday night when all of your friends are out and you want to be out. Now, back in the day, I didn't really have friends, so, or I should say that. A lot of my friends were from college, and all of my college friends lived on the East Coast. So I was texting them, but like I wasn't doing anything. Like I wasn't going out to the bars and stuff like that as much as I guess I should have been for my age. There we go. Let's back out of that very fast. Because all we're waiting for now is for Bitcoin to have a little boop, pop, and that's what I really want to see. Should you sell your Bitcoin trade now? I don't know when you bought it. I don't know anything about it because you said 71,000 or 7,100. I have no idea how that relates to Bitcoin at all. I'm holding on to all my trades, but I'm holding them on for like a weekly, weekly gains. I'm looking for the long term here, or I guess the medium term here. So it really depends on what you're looking for. Right now, Bitcoin's just consolidating. It hasn't made its decision to break down just yet. It's just giving you that signal that if it does break down here, we're probably going to fall down a little bit, probably back into like the 105s, 106s, 105s, which isn't terrible. We've been there plenty of times over the last few days with all this crazy volatility. It's just been the volatility has been freaking annoying. Like there's an entity out there that right now that does not want us to go higher. It is like stopping us every single time. And it's not like the news has been like crazy or anything. Toyota redesigns America's top-selling RAV4 SUV to exclusively be a hybrid. Oh God, why? That's disgusting. All right, but futures down a little bit. Elon Musk confirms Tesla plan for robo-taxis on Austin roads in June. Fortnite approved by Apple, returns to U.S. App Store 5 years after removal. Palo Alto beats. Like, there's not really anything crazy going on. This is like day by day news, right? Yeah, Japan exports growth slows. I guess I had this story already ready to go for you guys as well, but I didn't think it was that important. You know, we have tariffs on Japan. They are feeling the bite of those tariffs. Those tariffs, I think people don't realize how crazy tariffs can be if they're just above a few percent, because everybody's margins gets hit, right? There we go. But I do want to see, I guess the Melania trade right now is up around 2%. Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll see something good happening here. I'm only up $3 though, but you know what? If Melania can just boom for me, I'll be very happy. This is a 5-minute chart. Yeah, so we just bought this over here basically. Geez, I'm looking at this little alerts here. There's so many different new tokens being put on these exchanges nowadays. So this one is spot. Okay. How's this one going? Well, coming down a little bit week after week. Wow. When you have this many tokens, it just feels like Chill House is new. That's up 30%. Mine Bitcoin is up 135%. Assist is up 7. Look at the other side of this. What's down today? Nanny is down 60%. Time 1 is down 53%. So let's go over here to the 4-hour chart. Damn, this one's new too. All these new tokens are launching because Bitcoin is close to hitting all-time highs. That chart just looks hideous. So how's Assist doing? Lumo. So this is what a 48% increase looks like. Oh yeah. Oh wow, it was up by 78% earlier today. Holy moly. See, these things are too sketchy for me to ever want to trade, but like if you can get these suckers on spot, which is where we're on right now, you know what? You don't even need leverage when you're looking at a trade like this where it's up 30, 40%. I don't even own any of these tokens. Stream, Superfriend, Trencher, XBT. I have Launch Token. I told you guys I bought this for a move, and it finally turned profitable today, which I think is good. But even the move we saw the last few hours, that's a 34% move right there. So, remember Chill Guy back in the day? This one's pumping up a little bit right here too. Let's go to the daily chart. Oh god, this thing took a hit. But again, it went from 0.002 to 12 cents? So, no, 2 cents to 12 cents. These tokens can move when they want to. So I still say if you guys are in for the long haul here and you guys do want to see some good trends, these ones that have previously pumped up, they have an opportunity to make you guys some money again. Baby Shark. Yeah, look at all these things. Fallen from grace, trying to get back up. It's so small you can't even see what's happening here. I guess I got like a lot of what do you call it? My Melania token, Ape token, Lingo Loss, XRP Profit. Yeah, so all over the place. Alright, well that's cool to know. We don't have to be that zoomed in here. But yeah, ugh. Oh, there's Bitcoin trying to have a breakout again. So let's get this out of the way here. Let's just use the high that we currently have. And we're pretty close to that one. Here's the second chart. Second by second, it kind of opens up your eyes to how much is going on here, but it doesn't even seem like there's a lot of volume right now. As we look at this all kind of come together. But we got some time before Bitcoin needs to break out or break down. Hopefully we just break out, of course. How are the futures looking right now? Futures are down right now. NASDAQ. Oh, I should probably pull this over. No, Bitcoin's looking much more bullish than the stock market. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Oh, by paper I meant US dollars in my hand to blow on stuff and stuff. Oh yeah. For that one, it usually takes a few weeks, but it also depends on if you use leverage, right? And I don't really recommend that most new traders use leverage. I think spot is a good amount for most people. But like I said, let's say you bought Namu Dang moved up higher than the average token, like a Dogecoin. Let's just say Dogecoin. You bought Dogecoin over the last few weeks when it was down, right? So you had some Dogecoin. Let's say the average wasn't that low. It was just over here, somewhere around 16.5 cents. If you bought $1,000 worth, right, and you sold it today, you'd make about $370 off of that $1,000. But you would have had to wait, let's say, averaging, around a month to really get that profit in there. And then you also wouldn't have been making money while the market was bleeding, because most likely you're not shorting, right? So that's where the concern really comes in here. But that's also why I say don't be afraid to go over to the stock market. I think a lot of you guys have Robinhood accounts as well. I don't have a Robinhood account anymore because they said I never used it, so they took it away from me. But I think if you guys do have access to one, I think it's still fine to use. I just don't like the CEO of Robinhood, but I can let that slide, I guess. All right, let's back up here very fast. There we go. Yeah, I just want to see Bitcoin breakout here. So we got that one out of the way. CNBC, we can go back to the main page, get out of baby shark territory, get out of our Syndex. If you guys are looking for a new exchange, I do have the link down for this one down below. I'll make a tutorial video about it pretty soon. Our Melania trade is up a few percent right now, only at 5%, which means Melania is up 1%. But we're up like $7, so you know what? That's good by me. There we go. So we got one live open trade together right now. And we're starting to see a little bit more green here on the right hand side, just a little bit more. I would say this is more of a high risk trade time though, because we're waiting to see if Bitcoin can break out or not. If Bitcoin was breaking out to all-time highs, I feel much more inclined to do that. But we've already been breaking out above these highs over here for a while now, and it hasn't really seemed to matter as much. There's not enough oomph out there. Let me go over here to Crypto Telegraph. Let me see here. Banker files patent infringement lawsuit against Uniswap over Dextech. Bitcoin open interest hits record highs. Bulls stampede towards new Bitcoin price highs. NBA star Tristan Thompson misses $32 billion in Bitcoin by taking $82 million contract in cash. Jesus. I forgot about this guy. Yeah. Tristan Thompson admits he's afraid to check how much his $82 million contract in 2015 would be worth today if he had taken it in Bitcoin, so we did it for him. Oh. Let's see. So on the day Thompson signed his $82 million contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers in October 2015, Bitcoin was trading at around $270. Had the money been paid in Bitcoin instead, it'd be worth approximately $31.75 billion today. In fact, had he even used a small percentage of his fee to buy Bitcoin, he'd be a billionaire by now. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. A lot of Bitcoin people become like that because they missed out in the beginning. Heck, they even probably missed out buying any Bitcoin at $23,000, right? Argentina's Malay shuts down task force investigating Libra scandal. Yeah, that was a scandal for him for sure. Anything else? No, nothing else really here. Just waiting to see if there's going to be any type of move there. If any of you guys have questions on certain tokens, let me know as always. Let me pop open here. Oh, and while I have you guys for a second, so I did finish up my testing for streams and everything like that, figuring out what shorts works, everything like that works out. And I noticed that a certain style is definitely going to take over here. So you're going to see maybe 4 to 5 videos a day, and they will be about just interesting stuff, I guess. I reposted my BitBoy video, and that one's taking off a little bit here, smally, but you know it is. So you're probably going to see like 4 to 5 videos from me a day. Watch whatever ones actually interest you. It's going to be some about crypto, some about finance, some about politics, some about the Fed or whatever, about geopolitics, whatever. Something about news. Like I did one video about the Brooklyn Bridge and how that was kind of crazy. The algorithm boosted that a little bit for me. You guys know my channel is still demonetized, so I'm not making any money off of my videos. I make zero. But I'm thinking that with this type of stuff, I can at least start to push people towards affiliate links and stuff like that. Who knows? Or just grow my channel, right? I already make decent money, so just grow my channel basically is the end all be all here. So far it's working. So just get ready for a lot of content to come flying your way. And then as I kind of see the tests and see what thumbnails did better than others, I will, you'll see different types of content popping out. But right now, I did my normal videos, right? 300 views, 300 views, 200 views. Excuse me. The 2 new styles I was doing, the old one that was new, and this one, 940 views, 700 views. And if I double down, triple down, I think we're good. Even this one over here, this was a hybrid I tried yesterday. It still did better than normal here, better than normal, which I think I'm happy about. So get ready for all that stuff here. Again, I don't make any money. There's no profit from my channel like that. There you go. Estimated revenue. And that's with 317,000 views here. All right, nothing. So I'll be doing a bunch of stuff here. So just get ready for that. I think all of it is going to be done on my computer. If I record anything from my phone, it'll be a YouTube short and it'll be in vertical content. So just keep an eye on those. Right now I'm just doing news as far as Trump, the political landscape, and things like that. And my short form content, that's going to evolve into me talking more about crypto, politics, David Sachs, what's going on in the markets and things like that. Much better there. Hey Mike, did you scale out of your XLM? Yeah, to a certain degree I did. But I've been scaling out for a minute here. If you go over to XLM very fast. Right? Back the last time we talked about it, didn't even break through the first Fibonacci level. Now that we're here, it still hasn't broken through the first Fibonacci level. So, I think this is going to do fine as far as XLM, but we need to see this thing really start to curl around, and we're still in this bearish mood right here where we have nothing to really go, wow, we're good just yet. I think it's coming, so I think this is probably more of a time to buy than to scale out here. Buy, sell, change the character, sell. So 2 for 4, consolidation zone right now. I would probably have a stop loss around 20 cents. And then from there, I'd be hoping for XLM to probably end up hitting around 75 cents. But I would start scaling out about 48 cents, which would still be a really good profit. Last time we had the... Yeah, no breakouts there. We've only just started to break out, I think. If at all. Yeah, I haven't even broken out yet. So we got plenty of time here for this one. This is this pure consolidation mode. But yeah, I'd just be doing small dollar cost averages in there and every few days here, and then just waiting, because we still haven't had the confirmation that Bitcoin itself is going to break out to the big all-time high realm. And until that happens, we're just like, please hurry up, because at one point, remember, we're not all-time highs. At one point, this candle was all the way filled up here, looking like we were going to break out too, and then we decided to come back down. It's nothing's confirmed until we actually have that big booming move here. And at this point, remember, we have that trend line right there. Bitcoin's consolidating, and maybe it doesn't happen until tomorrow or the day after. But as you can see, Bitcoin is trying to break out. It is trying over and over and over again. But the whales, man, some of these whales are just not happy with Bitcoin right now. They are not allowing Bitcoin to go much higher. And we need to exhaust them of all the ammunition, which is what you're seeing here, right? We buy, they're forced to sell large amounts, and then we keep on buying and goes high. They're forced to sell even more. They're forced to sell. Eventually, they run out of ammunition, and then we're allowed to kind of go and they'd be like, okay, now we can have the big pump. Boom. Then we all kind of walk away a little bit happier. Can I do Brett token? Yeah, we did Brett token yesterday. I think one of you guys told me that the Brett token's having a party in Vegas, which they are, which will be really nice. They're going to have it at the Vegas mansion, the Mike Tyson mansion. Let me back up here. Let me go to the 4 drawings. Brett token. I think we were talking about this not really having the best of moves here, but with the fib levels. So we got low, high, and low. Oh, no, we got rejected right there. Yeah. Consolidating a little bit more. Am I on the right one, though? I am. Okay. Your price target looks to be around 13, 14 cents, which isn't that bad. Matching up with what we were talking about here before. The weekly chart. It's been bullish for a minute here. Yeah, it turned bullish right here. And I guess if you bought, you were profitable for a while. I guess if you did buy here, yeah, you still are profitable, right? Let's see. Let's back out a little bit. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Short-term charts are bearish. So again, this is more of a dollar cost averaging type of thing where you're hoping for that large move to come around the corner. There we are. So the first one is a Fibonacci extension. This is a Fibonacci retracement. The next level of support, if we continue to fall down here, let's say that Bitcoin continues to not be able to break out, which is what you're seeing right here. Bitcoin testing, but altcoins bleeding. Your next opportunity to buy in larger bulk, I would say, is going to be around 0.0578. I wouldn't wait for it to hit all the way down here, though. If you're trying to buy more, I would just buy in the middle zone here and be happy with it. But this overall trend going higher is still in good shape. And I wouldn't be surprised if, again, down the road, we start hitting those next levels of resistance closer to that Fibonacci line that we were talking about way up here around like 14 cents. But let me back up here. Let me just see if there's anything poking at us. And no, we're not doing bad with the anchored. Okay, let's get rid of that though. No, we're not doing okay. I need to take the moving averages out if I'm using this thing. Resistance, okay. General resistance, okay. Your next stop would probably be around 13, 14 cents. Yeah. The next one up here is around 14, yeah. So I'd probably say around 13 to 14 cents, maybe not just 14 cents to give you a better range there. Why does it keep on overlapping? There we go. Maybe I need to just put this down over here so I can actually see it a little bit better. Short-term bearish, yeah. Weekly still bullish. It feels more like you're in a loading zone before we have the next big run-up. And this level of resistance is on 10. At that point, we should have a pretty big move as well. Yeah, and it still matches up with 15 up here, 14 over here. The next move may not happen until like May or June as far as like having that big parabolic run that you're looking for. But I still think this is a proper loading zone because I don't think it's going to go back all the way down here to like 4 cents or anything like that. 2 cent realm, that's pretty much over for now unless Bitcoin really finishes off this month very badly or something like similar to that. Let me see if Bitcoin's managed to make a move. No, it has not. My gosh. Yeah, if this thing doesn't get its act together, we're breaking down. There we go. See a nice little consolidation pop. No matter what, somebody's going to be angry here with all the short sellers trying to enter in at the same time. Ooh, excuse me. And hey, Wilder, happy to see you, man. You didn't really miss much at all, to be honest. We've been going over how Bitcoin's been trying to break out for the last few days, but man, like this, we've been getting slammed down every opportunity we could, and there's a big wall up here that's trying to stop us from making our move, kind of similar to what we talked about yesterday. And then I opened up a long shot trade on Melania with no stop loss. I'm going to see how this goes. To me, this is a high risk trade, but you know, if I feel like I need to sell, it's going to be because Melania is hitting new all-time lows, and not because I'm like, oh yeah, it's down a little bit. We're going to have to like hit all-time lows for me to get out of this Melania trade. But yeah, this is a big long shot that I have. I want to see where it goes. I got a new sponsor with this, which is a Syndex. I'll pull them up more tomorrow when I open up some trades with them. And then one more thing. Futures are fine. Elon Musk is going to be doing some stuff with his robo-taxis in Austin. I'm making a separate video about that here pretty soon, so get ready for that. It'll be out tomorrow. And then we have some big movers today, and it happened to be the official Trump token and Fartcoin. I was talking more about Trump token here. I know I have a long on it, but it's a spot long, not a leverage long, so a little bit different than Melania token. But we have... I swore I had a trend line on this sucker, but maybe I deleted it. We're attempting to break out. We're failing at the moment. We're attempting to break out here. This could be a really big move, especially as we kind of lean in towards Bitcoin Vegas coming up in a few weeks here. Last big thing was I've officially finished all of my testing for YouTube with all these videos I've been putting out over the last few weeks since I got my new computer, and just seeing what works and what doesn't. And it's been a mix of some of my highly edited content, like the BitBoy video, which is now taking off a little bit more. It's a mix of my content about stuff that's not even related to cryptocurrency, like this Brooklyn Bridge video that went viral for a minute. And then it's a mix of me talking outside that typically works a little bit, but I have to do it in a certain way from what I understand to make it pop off. Like I have to be very sensational with it. So... this one's we just had the craziest market manipulation ever. People seem to like that type of title, or the title down here. Bitcoin is about to make somebody rich, right? Those sensationalistic things are something I have to do. So get ready for a lot of my titles to be very wowy. The underlying video is still going to be ethical and everything like that. Like, oh wow, this is good. But my titles are going to be like, what was the title I did the other day? This is yesterday's title. Markets are acting like they're at a Diddy freak-off party, right? That seemed to get a lot more views than normal. So, and I did a little bit of a different thumbnail. Trump yelling, Jerome Powell kind of smirking, Nancy Pelosi over Trump's mouth. This is such a weird one. See, I ended up replacing Nancy Pelosi, I think, with Jerome Powell, but there's a big glitch happening right now with my thumbnails, because all my thumbnails look the same on here, when in reality the thumbnail that I chose for this one is one of the ones I think you guys see today. It's view extra large icon. See, right there. Oh, maybe I put him on top of the head. But see, he's not even on top of that one. So I don't know. You should be worried. Oh, maybe that's that one. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to do like 5 videos a day. It'll be pretty fun. It'll be very nice. And going over everything from stocks, options, cryptocurrencies, finance, politics, Tesla, whatever the news is of the day, and I think I can get views off of it, I'm going to start talking about it. And part of it is, I remember going from 2021 highs of my YouTube career to the lows we saw of 2022, and I realized that I needed to be able to pivot into something else if needed, right? So I think by talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, it'll make me more rounded, more knowledgeable, but also from a more practical point of view, I don't have to really worry about all the stuff I talk about going out of fashion, so the algorithm doesn't push it to many people, right? Like now that I just got my new computer, I'm realizing how hard it is to get back into the streaming world and be like full-time streaming, like stream. So, you know, I'm going to get used to that one as well. But when I've done my longer streams, they seem to have been doing successful. But I usually, in my streams nowadays, once people stop commenting down in the comment box, right? because that tells me that nobody has any questions. I've already kind of talked about everything I needed to for the day, and everything's good. Eventually, I'll be pizzazzy enough, I guess, to get you guys to comment more, but I want it to be naturally, not like the organic type where you guys just feel obligated to say something because, you know, if you don't, I'm going to just be like hopping off the stream, right? But I'm not good at making people need to like talk and stuff, so it's kind of a weird thing, especially since I have the 24-hour Dogecoin stream going on. That's where the long talkers are. They're not necessarily always here. Let's see. This doesn't feel like a bull run. No one is really streaming like the 2021. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Well, again, a lot of the people that streamed in 2021, like, they weren't investors. They weren't people looking to make a lot of money. They were making money off of YouTube, right? I haven't made a dime off my YouTube channel, like ads and stuff, since like the end of January or I think it was February. Like, and I can be very transparent with you guys and say, hey, like, can I go back that far? January 1st to 5/19. This whole year, and again, we are in May. This whole year, I've only made $117 off of YouTube. I've produced 7.4 million views, 200,000 watch hours, 24,000 subscribers, right? Yeah, you know, and my views took a dive because I was trying to get my channel to get back to being monetized, so I deleted a bunch of stuff, which stupid of me now, I guess, because my views, you see me building my views back up right now, and it takes a minute to go, you know, right back up to the heavens. But yeah, I can survive off of that because I have my trades making me money. Like, I mean, Melania is up. I'm making $8 off Melania, not the most, right? But I'm making my money. I have sponsors for the YouTube channel, but they don't pay me based off of you guys click. They pay if you guys sign up, and then you guys are trading. I make money based off of your volume, right? But luckily for me, I can trade. I can make money. And luckily for me, I know how to do those longer swings. So when we buy low, sell high, I'm making enough money where I can like not trade for a few weeks or a few months if I don't want to. My point being, there are tons of traders who didn't have a way to make money when the crypto bull run dried up and all the views for the most part dried up, right? Remember, BitBoy had a lot of when it started going downhill himself when the bull market kind of ended because he was on a really good high move. Now what was I going to show you guys here? I think his name was Crypto Batman, and then this is not his channel. This is a new Crypto Batman here. But there was another crypto guy, and his name is Goose Wayne, I think is his name. This guy used to be Crypto Batman, right? He has 1.35 million subscribers. He pivoted from cryptocurrency over to like more just general stuff, right? And he had to make an extreme change. Like, he had to change his hair. He has to walk around like that all the time, whatever. But he's a really chill guy. But like his thing is like, it's clear. Like, if you go to his most popular stuff, you know, he's taken all of his crypto stuff off, right? Stream 10 minutes ago. This thing, or actually, let me go over here to at Goose Wayne TV. Let's go over here to Social Blade. Go over here and this is all new. Interesting. Goose Wayne. Oh, this actually might be a new channel of his. Oh no, we just can't go back to the 2021 thing though. That's what's happening. Oh yeah, we can't go back that far. Jesus, 2021 was a long time ago. But yeah, this guy used to be a big old crypto content creator. Not a massive one, but a larger one, right? A larger one. There's only a few that have really been able to take off. Most of the people that I see, they're all on X. They're X people now, right? There's not really many out there, to be honest, nowadays, because you have to be in the ecosystem. One of the reasons that I'm going to Bitcoin Vegas, right? One of the reasons I'm going here and chilling out, and I'm going to go talk to all these fun people, or at least I can probably get access to one of the Trumps. I can get access to maybe David Sachs, and I could definitely get access to Senator Loomis. The reason I'm going over here is to network with some of these fine folks and just get to know more about the space and how the money's flowing and where it's flowing to. And then, because like you hear them talk on CNBC, but sometimes I feel like I'm missing out on like more of the key stuff that they talk about in committee meetings, which I'm not attending, right? And then I go to all these events on the side of Vegas so I can network and see, oh yeah, I can help you out. Let me help you out with your project type stuff. Oh yeah, you guys are trying to reach more people. Maybe I can do a sponsorship deal, something like that, right? And it's also just time for me to relax because I like to relax sometimes. But like this is the 2-day Access DNA house. I got invited to this one. I'm invited to, I guess, a pizza party on Thursday. That's not even in my state though. That's somewhere random. But I applied to all these events, and I usually get into most of them. I'm not invited to the Hold Your Bets Taco Happy Hour. I can't believe it. I'm not important enough for happy hour from tacos. Although I think at the same time I'm invited somewhere else. Yeah, the VIP Bitcoin mixer, a little bit more classy, I guess, but taco sounds really fun too. Ordinals Night by Pizza Ninjas. That one seems kind of fun. Bitcoin After Dark, Brett Playboy Mansion. All these are fun places where people could just have a good time. This is a separate conference that's attached to the Bitcoin conference over at the Win. Bitcoin on the Bitcoin Programmability Summit, sponsored by Arc Network. I'm going there. Don't even know what this is, but I'm going there. Bitcoin Beach, I'm pending. BitKey and Pro Photo Happy Hour. Right? I don't even know what the ACGR Junior Meetup is. I saw Whiskey and Tequila Bar and I signed up. That's exactly why I signed up. BitGoingCrypto.com presents Vegas Nights, pending. Sunset Cocktails at the Mike Tyson Mansion. Pending for the Go Mining Lounge. Pending for Maelstrom presents Risk It All Party. This one, I didn't even know was existing. I just signed up for this, but I'm excited to see it. Only thing is it's tied to the same time as the mansion party here, so I might hit up this one first if I get in, then go here, or go from here to here, depending on how the vibe is at the party. Collectors on at Tyson Mansion, Wizards in Vegas, all types of stuff. Another mansion event. I live it up a little bit. I'm having some fun. But, it's just crazy to see, like, again, whenever Bitcoin goes into another bear market, you will see a lot of interest around cryptocurrency fall like crazy. And then you'll see people like me still streaming about crypto every day, but it may be only 20 or 5 of you guys watching me at that point, 10. So that's why I need to switch up my stuff and talk more about finance and other things. So because when that bear market does come along, a lot of people don't like to watch the bear market kind of, happen. So I think what I need to do is a couple things here. I need to, I'm going to make another, I'm paying for 2 streaming servers right now. The first one is the Dogecoin one you see. The other one is Quiet. Is this real? No, that's fake. I was like, that would be freaking awesome if there was a real master and commander. But there's Chaz has Bitcoin Live. I need to make another stream like this. People didn't watch it the first time I tried it, so I've been like just trying to figure out the best way for me to do it. Like here's Target Hits one. See how it just has a random car there, big O letters behind it, kind of clunky. People are in here and watching it, so who sees? But he's live streaming from his house, so you can see his desk down there, Bitcoin Live, he has his that looks like this with the liquidations and stuff like this. This is Chaz. He's a really chill guy over that runs Bitcoin Live. I kind of want to have one of these here, but I think I do not know. Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure out the best way to do it, but I got 2 of them here, and I pay for 3 different trading views or something like that. But I think the other account, my trading view account, was funky. It said I was a professional investor, and I was like, I am not a professional investor. It said I was a professional investor, like an accredited investor, like I have some type of like office in New York or something like that. And I'm like, I definitely cannot afford a freaking office in New York. Those must be absolutely expensive. Maybe an office in Seattle, because Seattle isn't a very bad commercial real estate recession. But in New York, I don't think there was a commercial real estate recession over there. There could be, but I just don't know. This market needs a jump. Even with the jump, I don't think there's going to be more influencers out there. What I've noticed is there's just a bunch of global influencers out there, like Bitcoin. You hit, Crypto Russ is still streaming. Crypto Banter's still doing his stuff. Scott Melker's doing it. So there's views out here. There's tons of stuff. That guy fucking creeps me out with that face. Why does it look like that? It's very long, I guess. CNBC, there's a bunch of views here, I guess. Benjamin still gets 82,000. Even if you go over to Benjamin's channel and you go over to a few years ago, like right videos, a year ago that was 24. Three is what? 22? Yeah. There you go. 3 years ago, Lens of Gold. Fair value, case for the Bears. No, okay, this is way too early. No. I mean, look at this. He was even talking about Netflix back in the day. You know what I mean? That's not his typical thing to do. Risk off markets. Finding a local bottom. No, still hasn't worked out there. Jesus, maybe I went way too far back. CPR report. Year-to-date return. This is after the bottom. Oh, yeah. But even through all this, right? He was forced to talk about NVIDIA, S&P 500, gross domestic income, even more than he did before. Now he talks about it more, I would say, but like he learned how to spread it out a little bit because he knows a lot of people that follow him don't just look for his cryptocurrency stuff. There's a lot of stock market stuff as well, right? Now that everything is working fine, you see a lot of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and things like that, right? Death Cross, gold, sure, Ethereum. S&P 500, right? Still gets 87,000 views from that. Social risk. You don't really see him talking much about some of the other stuff that he was forced to do before. And again, all of us understand that we need to stay credible or not credible. We need to be able to stay in the light. We're not supposed to be like kicked out into the shadows and stuff like that. It's very different. But again, give it some time. People will work itself out. I'm building back up my views after giving up on like trying to help make YouTube happy with my channel. I think I'm either talking too much about politics, too much about crypto, something, I don't know. But they just won't tell me exactly what's wrong with my channel, exactly what video is having the issue. So because they can't do that, I'm just like, cool, I'm just going to keep on making content. You should make a dividend channel. Yeah, dividend channels are very, very good, especially if you have a portfolio that's been working for you where the assets aren't falling and they're just gradually going up and you see your dividends actually coming up with it. It's nice. Yeah, dividend channels are very, very interesting as well. Was it up 9%? No. Okay. Thought for a second something was up 9% today. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Right now we're seeing Bitcoin really cool off though, and I do not like us not making that big push here. There we go. I'll zoom in just a little bit more for you guys so you guys can see this going on. And then, of course, what I still need to figure out how to do is get cigars into this channel. I smoke cigars every now and again with you. I was thinking about it for today because I was like, maybe Bitcoin will break out. But now looking at it, I'm like, oh, man, it's going to take another day. I think what I may do for that one is I may do vertical streaming. And then no notifications for that one, and then just and then just like talk about the cigar I'm smoking and talk about whatever is happening in the world. You know, chill, you fuck around. I don't know, but that's not professional. I probably need to make a second channel for just cigars, and I do have one for cigars. I don't use it. I have not used it for a very long time, but it is another channel that I have on YouTube. I think it's called Smoke Show. All the way at the bottom, right? ASMR, right? I haven't made a video for this in a year. So, you know, as like a 952 subscribers, not really that much. I didn't even make a good thumbnail for it. You know, it needs some work, of course. But, you know, it'll take some time. And, oh, damn. I want more water, but I remember what happened yesterday with all the hiccups and stuff. Ape Token's making a run for it. It's up 2%. Melania is making a small run for it with that horrible liquidity right there. ID Token came down, but that's actually not bad right there, the way that chart looks. And we talked about MOG possibly making a big move, and it's trying to. Not successful, but it's trying to. There we are. All right. Shorting now in target price of 105. You could, depends on how long you want to hold it for. 105 is down here. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Right now, I'm not shorting anything. I'm being just patient. I want to see this thing blast off, so all my longs will make me money. If you're going to short, you just have to keep moving that stop loss down as you see the price go down. So let's say you open up a short right now, but it hasn't broken down. The momentum is still on the high side for like a bullishness. You're going to put your stop loss up here towards $107,085, which is basically a little over $300 above your price, right? And then that way, you know, no matter what happens, you're not going to lose more than 0.33%. If you do a 10x leverage, you're not going to lose any more than 3%. And then you go over here to 105. Right, and that's 1.63, and what did I say, the 10x leverage, so, you know, you're probably looking for about 16% profit. It's not terrible. So that's how you have to plan it, and just kind of wait to see if it kind of comes to fruition. And then let's say it does dip down here to maybe 106 and not all the way down to 105. You can move your stop loss over here to 106.447, and then, you know, so no matter what happens after that, you know you at least made a little bit of profit here. That's the way I'd play it right now if you're trying to look for a short. Right now, I'm not... Well, I know after this stream I'm going to be out of the house for a little bit, so I'm not opening up any trades. The one trade I opened up today was a Melania token long, but that Melania token isn't meant to be closed anytime soon. It's meant to be closed after at least a week and a half to 2 weeks here, unless Melania decides to rip or something. And at this point, the Melania trade is up 10% for us, or $14, which is, you know, again, not that much, but, you know, 10% holding for just a few hours. No, not even an hour, not like a few minutes. So I'm hoping that this thing can make me some money here. So, you know, I got a bunch of different stuff going on here. Ethereum is moving. Oh, yeah, sure is. I guess it doesn't have to consolidate because it's not close to all-time highs, right? See this nice trend coming up here. We're still going higher. We've already broken down below that one, but that one's not bad. Of course I fucked around with the candles. I hate this candle formation. I understand it. I understand why they need to do it, but it's just not full enough for me to like it, right? Like, oh yeah, we closed right here, but the wick was right here, or the wick opened right here. You know, it's just, I don't like the way it looks. I like having a filled up candle. It just looks so much more natural. The Ashi ones, yeah, these ones are a little bit more difficult, I would say, but you still get the trends and stuff like that, which is nice. But to me, I don't like it because I before I started really mastering this, I've always been with what was it? Lux Algo. So I got used to some of the other Lux Algo stuff first. So Ethereum is trying to break out here and have a confirmed one and push up here towards 2600, 2700, then possibly hit up here towards 2740. I'm I'm not used to wearing hats, guys. Sorry, I feel like I need to move it around all the time. You got a resistance of 2748, okay. And then a resistance level up here around 2710. So yeah, you just got a big level of resistance here, which means if you want to go into Ethereum, you got to wait like a week or two, because this thing's going to go a big pop above 3,000 bucks. So definitely worth putting a little bit of a long here right now. If you guys believe that Bitcoin is going to break out like half the world does at this point, or more than like everybody in the world believes Bitcoin's about to make a big move, with the stop loss being around $2,300, so you're risking about 250 for the stop loss to get around, where's that level of resistance? 2,800. If you have a big move after that, it'd be 2,900 basically. So you're risking 300 bucks to make around 300 bucks, which isn't that great. Which means you're probably going to move it up to the next level, which looks to be around $3,000. This old level of support over here, which means you're risking 350 or 300, excuse me, for like 550, which isn't bad. 450? Yeah, 450. That's not too bad. But I'd still be able to take that trade here. Again, it's just looking to get squeezed here. We got support right there, looking for that larger move. And then from there, I guess if you're looking for like $4,000. That's months of holding though. That's months and months of holding. I think what people have been trying to do here is go back in time and say, hey, you know, what happened with Ethereum with the Fibonacci levels like we do with Bitcoin, but it just hasn't been working as well as we want to. Blah, and it worked a little bit. Maybe we can have a cluster right here. Didn't really work all too much over here, though. Didn't really do much. Well, I guess it doesn't matter until after this, so... Yeah, 3,000 bucks. That's really the goal here, 3,000. I think that's a good goal to have, though, in the short term here. Especially since we're seeing it try to make a pump up. Even if it's a smaller one, it's doing better than Bitcoin right now. But as Bitcoin falls down right now, of course it's going to drag everything that's been trying to pump up. Like again, Melania token's trying to pump up. It's up 13% right now. It's trying to go big. But Bitcoin itself is going to it's going to ruin my little plan that I had right there. YOLO not equal, YOLO minus not looking good, no dividends so far this year, red flag. Oh, interesting right there. Yeah, I mean, imagine, I used to own a lot of Boeing because my family all worked for Boeing. The nail in the coffin for me was when they took away their dividends. I completely moved them, like 99.9% of what I had left out of Boeing. I have a very small Boeing position these days. And maybe it'll do better down the road. Maybe it will, but I don't have time to wait for it. There's too many other things moving right now, and Boeing is definitely not something that's been really good. I think Boeing is just maybe part of a balanced ETF. So I got like a notification about one of those parties I was going to. Said something had just changed. Yeah, 1 minute ago. Upgraded to Illuminarium Las Vegas. Interesting. What is Illuminarium? Anybody even been to Illuminarium? Google Maps. Oh, it's in front of the what's this building right here? Area 51 building. So it's that building. I guess it's probably done being built by now. Interesting. I mean, I'm assuming it's done being built. I remember I was at an event over here, and the entrance was this tunnel thing. Yeah, going through there. Interesting. Okay. Boop. Oh yeah, Bitcoin. I may have to go live again tonight. I've been saying that for the last few days, but again, I've been watching to see if we're going to have a breakout if I go live, because I want to go live when there's a breakout. So tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to wake up around 10 o'clock in the morning. If there's a breakout happening around that time, I'm just going to go straight to being live with some of you guys on here. MSTY is playing well. Oh, I wonder what their dividend is. Let's see right here. Still more of a mixed bag above my head here with all these tokens. Yeah, not bad. Everything's just basically waiting here. But okay, everybody, I'm going to end the stream right now. I think tomorrow what we're going to do is I'm going to go live around 12 o'clock tomorrow, like an hour before market close. And I'm going to try to stream with you guys for 2 to 3 hours. Now, tomorrow's Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday. So I don't think I have anything planned the entire day, which means we can just stream, look at some of these trades. And then what I'm going to try to do is, because I got the new AscendX sponsorship, what I'll do is we'll go and look at the 5-minute charts here with Smart Money Concepts, and we'll play around and just say, hey, what happens if we follow these directions every single time? And we're going to eyeball the closes, but we're going to, whenever the candle closes to confirm a buying opportunity or a shorting opportunity, we're going to take it. And then we're going to wait and wait and wait. So we may say, open the position here, stop loss here, open the position here, stop loss here, and we're just going to do that for a while, and we're going to see how much money we can make off of that, or how much we can grow our account over the day. Right now you can see Bitcoin coming down right now. We already talked about the short opportunity there that I can't pronounce your name that you were talking about, but yeah, things looking okay. Would I go over the thoughts on my YOLO list that I posted on Coiners? For my YOLO list, primarily the reason I put that out there was it was part of, those are the tokens that I think were the best of my 2025 bangers list that I talked to you guys about on here. This one right here. And one of the reasons I like them is because they all have low market caps, which I think is very, very important for an altcoin season type of move. All of these tokens that I'm looking at right now, I'm going to be holding on to them at least until the end of the year. The only way, my time limit is until the end of the year. I'm hoping we have an altcoin season well before that. But if any of these tokens decide to blow up and make me a lot of money, I'm going to start scaling out, and start locking in some of those gains, right? But it's not like any of these tokens is anything very extraordinary. These YOLOs are like, you only live once. These are very high risk tokens. I'm looking at GigaChad right now, 229 million. Alchemy Pay is 223 million. Space ID is only $213 million market cap. So these are some of the ones that remind me of Dogecoin back in the day, where they have a lower market cap. There was a lot of interest in them, especially in things like Turbo, Move, Deep Book Protocol, where they're doing some fun stuff. It seems like it's working out. When we have these pumps, they are very, very big pumps. And then over the next few months, as Bitcoin continues to break out and we have some nice little moves, I'm going to explain to you guys step by step how I'm going to be scaling out of those moves as well. In fact, I got to actually put that Coiners thing into my own personal Discord as well. But it's not like these things are making some amazing products like an AVAX or an Ethereum or Bitcoin or something like that. It's more of the fact that they're high risk. I think they can boom when the market starts to go into an altcoin season, and these are just going to be easier tokens to make some money off of if you can just buy and hold. Now, some of these things are not performing that well over the last 30 days, but most are, right? Most are doing pretty well. Layer is the big risky one right here, but I don't know if I put that on the list here. Most of it was Deep Book Protocol, Movement, Turbo, Bearer Chain, Toshi, all generally having some pretty nice moves here, right? But okay, buddy, I will see you guys a little bit later. I will be streaming for a long time tomorrow. We're just going to be doing day trades, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be like pure day trading. And then I don't know if I'm going to stream at night, if I'm doing 3 hours all in the middle of the day. But you guys should get ready for more videos to come out, because that's just part of the new channel that's going to be talking about. The video I'm going to be making that will be posted first tomorrow is going to be about Tesla and their automated driving. So again, somewhat related to what we're talking about, but just a little bit different, right? So get ready for that. You can always vote with your thumbs up and thumbs down, on the videos and things like that. I see them all in your comments and stuff like that, right? So everybody have a good rest of your video. I'll see you guys a little bit later. And I do not have a Discord right now because nobody ever really joined it, and it became kind of a waste of time, so I just don't do it. I have a Telegram channel, but it's more of I just post stuff on there, but it's pretty similar to some of the stuff you see on Coiners. So